What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all having a great day so far. Before I get into this, big news, big rumors. Um, Tamara Braun is in talks. Allegedly, she's in talks to come back to General Hospital in a new role. So, for those who don't know Tamara Braun, she was Carly Corinthos number two, three. Um, I remember they had a woman playing Carly briefly before Tamira entered the picture, so I'm gonna say she's Carly number three. Um, so yeah, Tamira Braun, man, I love me some Tamira Braun. I do. She was one of my favorite Carlys. Like besides Sarah Brown, she was one of my favorite Carlys. So apparently, man, she's in talks to come back. I don't know what the role is or for how long it is, but they're in negotiations right now. And I hope that, they make it happen. Because Tamira is definitely somebody you would want on your show. If you write her correctly, she's somebody you want on your show. Like she's one of the dopest soap actresses, one of the best. Days of Our Lives, I felt like when they had her, and they had her, I think, like three times on their show. They misused her quite a few times that they had her in the past. They've misused Tamara Braun. GH, I feel like they definitely need to step up their writing and get her because she's a gem. Like I'm telling you, she's definitely somebody you want. Um, so yeah, getting into this episode, um, I have to agree with Carly today. Hands down, I have to agree with her. I feel like Michael is taking what Nell is saying and he's taking it at face value, but I feel like in the back of his mind, he don't know what to think. Like he really don't know. He's sure, like he's putting up this front that she's innocent, blah 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 blah. But Carly has a point. This like, yo, she's being accused of murder. That's serious, and you don't want to look into that. You just gonna believe her that she didn't do it right off the bat. There's so much circumstantial evidence against her. I would convict her if I heard this. If I was a jury member on a trial, I would convict her because her story doesn't add up. It sounds fishy. I would look into this. And I think Michael is starting to look into it because he was on the phone with somebody by the end of the episode saying that they need to do something for him or he needs a favor or whatever. I think he needs to call a PI and get them to look into it because I think the cops, they can't charge Nell because there's a lot of legal red tape. So it's a lot of things the cops can't do without warrants and all that stuff, and without sufficient evidence, they can't get it from the DA. I think a PI would be much better in this case because PIs don't have to go through a whole lot of red tape. They can do what the fuck they want. They can look in whatever file they want. They can just do whatever. So they don't have a lot of the legal red tape that the cops have. You know what I mean? So I think it's best that he gets a PI, look into this to be sure. You know, and I think, if he proves her innocent, it would finally get Carly and Bobby to shut up and mind their business if he can prove her innocence. Because at this point it's looking like she had something to do with it. The way that the circumstantial evidence sounds, it looked like she had something to do with it, or she could have had something to do with it. Maybe she set something up. Who knows? But I think it's worth looking into because if it were me and my girlfriend was being accused of murder, and she tell me, "Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it." I'm not just gonna let that go because murder is serious. Like that's not something you just brush to the side or because your girl says she didn't do it. I'm gonna look into it because she's still a person of interest in the case. They haven't proven that she's guilty and they have not proven that she's innocent. So it's in limbo at this point. I think look into it. Definitely. Um and I also think Michael is crazy as hell because Nell got evicted from her apartment or whatever because I guess they're selling the building or whatever, and she got evicted. So now he's trying to tell her, "Oh, you should move in with me." No, no, she should not because you live at the Quartermain Mansion, and the last thing I want to see is Nell living in the mansion. I do not want to see Nell at the Quartermain Mansion. She's not worthy to live there. Sorry, but she's not. Um. So anyway, that little chat that Nell had with Kiki, I just found that whole conversation stupid. Nell sitting there talking about Carly and Bobby are digging up dirt from her past when she was broke and young. First of all, Nell, let's be clear, you're still broke. What about you is has what has changed your situation? You're still broke. I mean, yeah, you work for Crimson now, but I'm pretty sure that you're not making that much money there. I mean, because you don't know shit about business operations, you don't know anything about fashion, so I'm pretty sure you're probably making minimum wage, if not a little more. But yeah, you're still broke, sweetheart. I'm just saying, I'm gonna put it out there. She obviously does not have that much money. Like I said, she's making money because she's working, but it ain't like you're rich. I mean, you're still broke. So compared to other people on the show, you are broke. Um, so anyway, Carly gets a text from Zachary Grant's sister. Zach is the Nell's late fiance who died, and his sister wants to meet up with Carly about Nell. And Carly had that look on her face like, oh shit. Because, she just promised Michael that she was kind of going to fall back. But this new information, this new person just jumped in her lap. So, she going to hear what the girl got to say. And I don't blame Carly. Yeah, listen to what she got to say. Even though sometimes Carly gets on my nerves and she need to mind her business. But this is a time where I'm actually on Carly's side and she shouldn't mind her business because this is serious. Like, this is murder. You can't just overlook that. But at the same time, Carly is always in everybody's business, but yet she has a hotel to run. Why is she never there? I guess Olivia's running everything at the hotel, I suppose. And Carly's going to reap the financial benefits out of Olivia's hard work. Because Carly is never at the Metro Court. Like, barely ever. Um, so anyway, Finn and Anna are in Monaco or whatever, chasing down the lead on Cassandra Pierce. Um, So Cassandra is, sitting there with her bodyguard, I guess, getting tea, and that's when Anna go into the restaurant or to the diner and she slips some type of drug into the tea. And that's when Cassandra starts having this allergic reaction, and that's when Finn steps in to save her. And Cassandra was so grateful that she wanted Finn to meet her at her place or whatever the next day. So that was all a part of Anna's plan or whatever. That's why she wanted Finn to go with him because he specializes in infectious diseases and stuff like that. So she needed him with her. Um, like I said, I mean, it's fucked up that she blackmailed him into doing this, but at the same time, I do love a good little, adventure where characters get out of Port Charles for a while, and we get to see different sets and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, that they get to do that. But I'm kind of interested in this storyline to see where it go and what Anna and Finn dig up. Um, but anyway, it's good to see Jessica Tuck. For those that don't know, she was on One Life to Live back in the day. So it's always great to see her. Anyway, this I love this storyline that they're doing right now because they're shedding a light on this Shriners hospital for kids. So I actually like this storyline because it's pretty cool. Charlotte is there for her friend Bailey who has scoliosis, and you know, uh, Valentine made a phone call to Bailey's mother to inform her that she should take her to that children's hospital because they specialize in helping children with that type of issue and all other issues and stuff like that. So it's always good. And Lulu and Valentine was actually getting along, and we actually got more background about Valentine and his upbringing. Because I was under the impression that Mikos didn't know about Valentine or that Mikos didn't have any relationship with Valentine. But according to Valentine, Mikos actually sent him to boarding school and paid for his education to get him away from Helena because Helena would have killed him if she found him because he was direct competition for Stavros um, to inherit the bulk of the Cassadine fortune. And Helena was not about to have that. See, Mikos did that for all of his kids. All of his illegitimate children that he had outside of his marriage to Helena, he hid them. He did the same thing with Alexis. He made people think that Alexis wasn't his daughter, that she was his niece or something like that. So that way Helena wouldn't kill them. He tried to protect all of his illegitimate kids because if Helena found out about it, she would have murdered all of their asses. When they were kids, she definitely would have killed them. Um, So, he had scoliosis or whatever when he was a kid, but Mikos only, gave him enough money to pay for his boarding school, for his education. There was no money left over for his treatments, for his medical issues and stuff. So it got worse. You know what I mean? And that's why he did the whole chimera thing or whatever, so he could fix his illnesses and stuff like that. And at the time, he thought that Lulu wanted to know all this dirt on him so she could use it in the custody hearing. But I feel like even if that were true, at the same time, y'all are sharing a child together, so she has a right to know about your past. You know what I mean? Like your upbringing. You don't have to tell her anything illegal. You know what I mean? But even if you did, as long as she doesn't have it recorded, you can say all of your illegal misdeeds, and it wouldn't matter because even if she went into a courtroom, it's hearsay. He could deny that entire conversation ever happened. So it's all hearsay, even if he told her anything illegal. So it wouldn't matter. But I think she has a right to know about his past, and he has a right to know about her past. I mean, y'all are sharing a child together, and y'all should know about each other. I'm just saying, fair is fair. Um, so Dante came to the Shriners Hospital or whatever because he had a talk with Kiki earlier about why Ava sold Valentina a tapestry when they hate each other. Or, she's going up against him basically in the civil suit. So he told Lulu how Valentine could have neutralized Ava or whatever to, get her to recant her statement in the civil suit. Um, I just feel like this whole custody thing, they just need to get joint custody and call it a day. Because all this back and forth, I want full custody, like, it's just annoying at this point. And Charlotte needs both her parents. And it's obvious that Charlotte is never going to stop loving her father. So, Lulu talking about, oh, I'll give you visitation or whatever. No, you're going to get joint custody, is what you need to get. 50% of the time, Charlotte will be with Nina and Valentine, and 50% of the time, she'll be with Lulu and Rocco and Dante. I feel like that's the fairest thing to do. That's fair is fair. It's whatever. You can never take Valentine out of her life. She's never going to see Dante the way that she see Valentine. Dante is her stepdad. He's never going to be her dad, so you might as well just agree to the joint custody and let's call it a day. Um, I just think fair is fair, right is right. So anyway, we get this Parker shit or whatever. I really didn't care about this at all. Christina and Parker. I just feel like it's one big merry-go-round, like where they need to figure out where they stand and what they gonna do. You know what I mean? Like I'm just tired of the back and forth between them. Either y'all gonna be together or she gonna be with Valerie. Pick one and let's move on. Cause all this back and forth is rather annoying. Like Christina just seems like she's confused and don't know what she wants. I think she knows what she wants as far as like she wants to be with a woman. I feel like she doesn't know what she wants as far as being with Parker. You know what I mean? Like I just think her head is just all fucked up on this. I think Valerie would be a much better choice for her. Not because of Parker's age per se, but it just feels kind of normal and natural for her to be with Valerie because they do have way more chemistry together. And it's not, like I said, it's not just the age thing, it's the fact that they have more chemistry. So I think it's just better um, for her to be with Valerie. Parker, I felt like should have just been an experience for her. You know what I mean? And nothing more. I just really can't see a relationship between Christina and Parker. I just don't see it. Her and Valerie, I see it. Her and Parker, I don't see it. That's just me. I really, that's my opinion. I really just don't. But yeah, today's episode wasn't too bad. If I forgot something, let me know in the comments. But hit the comments, let me know what you thought about this episode. Is Nell guilty or is Nell innocent? What do you think about this? Um, yeah, so let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscriber button, and I'll see you all later. Have a good day.